Hello unlimited friends, it's Zara back again with Q&A about the law of attraction and its application to our lives. The question today was contributed by Shannon. She says, my partner, while he has many wonderful qualities, he is someone who falls into fear easily. At least that's what I've noticed. He does not show up scared or anxious, but it's bothering me how much attention he gives to war and Russia and what is going on in Russia. And last night, he told me that the world may end soon with a nuclear bomb. How do we deal with this? I don't know if I should be worried. I don't want to be that person who does things that don't feel good, but I am in two minds. Mind one being, don't allow it in, because when you create it through energy. And mind two being, what if he is right and I'm being naive? I don't want to let the relationship go over this, but at the same time, I don't want to manifest anything bad. And I guess I'm looking for reassurance that we will all be okay. Shannon, first of all, let me give you the reassurance that you're looking for. The world will be okay. The world is not coming to an end. Even if there was supposedly a nuclear explosion, the world would not come to an end. Some people would be affected, and that depends on where people are on the emotional scale. In any disaster that happens on planet Earth, there are people who escape it because they were at a place on the emotional scale that did not allow them to become involved. And then there are those people who are on a place at a place on the emotional scale that even though they weren't really supposed to be there, but somehow they get involved in whatever happens. So it all has to do with our individual vibration. And what I want you to take comfort in is the fact that if you can keep your vibration high, nothing's going to happen to you. You're going to be fine no matter what event transpires on planet Earth. And if you start worrying about his way of thinking, then you're going to get sucked into it. And if you allow yourself to get sucked into it, now you are giving your attention to it and you're bringing it towards yourself. So don't do that. The second thing I'm going to tell you is that in the way that you've written your message, there seems to be an expectation. You've said that he is someone who falls into fear easily. What does that tell me? It tells me that your expectation from your partner, your boyfriend, is that he falls into fear very easily. And if that is your expectation, then that is the behavior that you will see from him when he is with you. Whereas he might go to work or be in the company of other people and he might behave completely differently because their expectation of him is different. So you were talking about fear, and the thing I want you to notice here is that you are afraid of him being afraid, which, my dear, takes you down on the emotional scale with respect to him. And lastly, you said, I don't want to let this relationship go. And I want to say to you, sweetheart, that having a negative expectation of your partner is going to affect your relationship. So whether you believe him or you don't believe him, please don't expect negative things from him, because when you expect negative behavior from him, you will see negative behavior from him. All right, so I'm going to go down to the two options that you gave. You said you don't want to be someone who creates negative energy, number one. And number two, what if he's right and you're being naive? So let me summarize this for you. Everything depends on what you give your attention to. So if you give your attention to having a good life, then that is what you will get. And those people who give their attention to war and mayhem and things going wrong, then that is what they will attract towards them. And Abraham has told us that one person who is aligned is more powerful than thousands who are not. And so you can be that one aligned person. Your alignment can be enough to offset any negative vibration that your boyfriend, your partner is sending out into the universe. You have power of influence. You can be so positive that his negativity has no impact. So hold on to your alignment, my dear. The second thing I want to say to you is that it's not about being naive. There are things that are under your control, and there are things that are not under your control. What happens in the world with respect to what other people are doing to create negative events in the world political and power scene, you don't have any control over it, but you do. You have vibrational control over it. If you cast your vibrational vote for peace, then peace will prevail. So that's one thing. You're not being naive, because in the end, if something happens, it does not still have to happen to you. At the end of the day, each one of us creates our own reality. And if each person becomes responsible for creating a positive reality, then the entire world will be a peaceful place. And that's what I want you to remember. Cast your vote for peace. Cast your vote for well-being. And that's all you need to be concerned with. You don't need to be concerned with those people who are fearful. All right, my dear. I hope that you find this helpful, and I hope also that it is helpful to other people who are feeling fearful themselves, or if you have people surrounding you who are afraid. Okay? All right, my dear. Take care. One last thing that I want to say to you is that unless you yourself were not at a place on the emotional scale to call forth this behavior from your boyfriend, then you would not be seeing this behavior from him. So this manifestation of him paying attention to things that you don't want to pay attention to, yes, I agree that you're not paying attention to those things, but there's something going on in your life which is also bringing you to the same place on the emotional scale. That is why you are having this co-creative experience. So pay attention only and solely to your own alignment and forget about what other people are doing. All right, Shannon, I hope that this helps you, and I hope that it helps everyone else who is concerned about what is going on in the world just now. Take care, guys, and keep those questions coming. Bye for now.